Hey folks, it's your girl, Lexi Mahari, and I am back with another episode of Buzzworthy Chit Chat, where I like to share my opinion on the latest pop culture news, current events, reality television recaps, and more. But before we dive in, please take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. I am a small YouTube vlogger and a pond of giants, and therefore I am currently in the mode of just trying to grow my channel. If you like what you hear, please go ahead and subscribe. I have set a personal goal to try to get to 100 subscribers by the end of May. It would be great if it happened sooner, but it's hard for me to show up in the algorithm if you don't hit that like button. So please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Help me to hit my 100 subscriber goal by the end of May. So, in this episode, we are diving into the new trailer that dropped on Bravo Network yesterday for Kandi and the Gang. Kind of like Cool and the Gang. Did anyone else have that moment as you looked at that? But yes, Kandi and the Gang. That is the title of the new reality series that will drop beginning on March 6th on Bravo. And it will chronicle the Old Lady Gang Atlanta-based restaurant owned by one Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker. We've been waiting for this series for a little while. I want to say, I feel like it's been 2 years, right? We had heard about it coming out. There was all that drama at the reunion before last, in which I think Kandi was trying to justify her getting these spin-off shows to Nene and others who maybe had some opinions about it. And so we have finally gotten here. I think the Demia might have slowed things up a little bit. I thought they had started filming and then some Demia stuff happened and they had to shut down filming. And of course, I'm sure they had to shut down their restaurant because we just didn't know what we didn't know a couple of years ago. But yay, it is finally coming. And we are going to get a look inside the OLG restaurant. This show will feature Kandi and Todd, of course, and I think the trials and tribulations that they face as owners of the restaurant. But it will also center around the employees of the restaurant itself. It was named in honor of the Old Lady Gang title that Todd bestowed upon Kandi's mother and two aunts who used to drag him during his courtship with Kandi and engagement to Kandi, accusing him of being after her money. So they were always coming for Todd, at least the way they were presented on television back in the day. And so he coined them the Old Lady Gang. So, what a way. Kandi loves to take an experience and use it to turn it into something successful. And so they took that title and gave it to their restaurant. So again, it's been around for 4 years. They focus on delivering meals of a Southern cuisine, recipes inspired by both Kandi's and Todd's families. So what we know based on the trailer that dropped is we can expect to see a few familiar faces. We're talking Todd and Kandi, of course, and then the three who make up the Old Lady Gang: Aunt Nora, Miss Joyce, who is Kandi's mom, and Aunt Bertha. We also have Don Juan, who will be in a couple of episodes. Perhaps he'll be in all of them. We know he's kind of like Kandi's right-hand man. And so we know that he will be back, of course, in if one, if not more, of the episodes. I can recall when they were setting up that business, he was heavily engaged, I think, in trying to help, Kandi and Todd in a lot of the administrative work. He's just kind of always been that person for Kandi. So that should be interesting to see how he plays into things. The 2.5-minute trailer that Bravo posted is well produced. It's giving us a sense of what we are going to see as it relates to, potentially a few workplace relationships that are mentioned in the promo, which we know is going to lead to some drama. Dating in the workplace can be tricky. Sometimes it works out. A lot of times it doesn't. So we'll get to see what that's all about. Also, we're going to witness, as I mentioned, the drama trauma that comes with owning a business and managing people for Todd and Kandi. By the way, if you are new to this channel, you may not know that I have a whole other podcast that I host on Spreaker.com, and I post on my other channel on YouTube, MahoganySpeaksToYou.com, in which I'm actually talking about what it's like to manage people for the first time. So if you are a new manager and need some help, tips, and tricks for how to navigate managing people for the first time, head on over to my People Are People podcast on Spreaker or visit my Mahogany Speaks to You YouTube channel. That's where I'm going to be posting that series this year and get your tips and tricks. But okay, enough of my self-plug. So back to the promo. Another thing that it appears that we are going to be able to see is Kandi's typical passion for her family and business, right? We know Kandi's all about her money and she is quite protective of her family. So we will see perhaps the two butt heads, those two things butt heads for her, as we were seeing some tears from Kandi in the promo in which she was having a pretty, I think, tense conversation with Todd about some of the people issues that they were bumping into. I don't know if they're going to get too far in the weeds of some of the alleged business woes that we know Kandi and Todd experienced with their taxes and restaurant inspections at Blaze. But, hey, you never know. We may get some insight into, what happened. And obviously, we're going to get some insight into just how hard it is for the couple to manage their restaurant businesses. Okay, so who is the cast of Kandi and the Gang? So in addition to the familiar faces that I've already touched on in this video, we're going to see some new faces, a lot of young people navigating this space, it appears. Of course, we have the host, one of the hosts, who is Drekka, who appears to be in a relationship with Patrick. I believe he is one of the aunt's grandsons. I believe it's Bertha's grandson. We also are going to see server Brian, who is in a relationship with Torrin, the events manager. I mentioned Patrick, who is the manager. We'll see bartender Dom, who is apparently in some sort of a relationship or entanglement with manager Brandon. And then we'll see host Chardot. And we have a director of operations by the name of Philip and a kitchen manager, Melvin. So we'll get to know these people, I imagine, quite well over a period of several weeks. And I'm really hoping that this spinoff will go much smoother than the one that we just saw with Portia's Family Matters. That a lot of folks were very disappointed in what they saw in Portia. I am hopeful that, Kandi is going to do a great job bringing it. I have to give Kandi credit. And I like Kandi. I know that there are a lot of people who are not fans of Kandi's, but I, as a fellow Earth sign, I'm a big fan of Kandi. I think, her mind when it comes to business seems to be on point. And I think she knows how to, hopefully we'll see that she knows how to ensure that this show gives us what we're looking for. Say what you want to say about her, but if it wasn't for her bringing Bolo in that season, I don't know how well that season would have went. There was already a lot of negative feedback about Roa season 13, but, Kandi was the one who brought all of that to that beach house. So, we'll see what is in store for us here with Kandi and the Gang. I don't know how much we're going to see Todd and Kandi in the show, since technically it's supposed to be about the people in the restaurant. But like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing this unfold, and it'll be interesting to do a comparison, right, of how Kandi navigates this space for the show versus how Portia navigated her space. Now, again, I know some people are not going to like doing the comparison. Portia has her fans and Kandi has her fans, but, I think we'll get an opportunity to see the difference of how the things are handled. So yeah, that's what we know. Kandi and the Gang will premiere on March 6th on Bravo Television, and I will definitely be here to give you my thoughts on each episode. So that's all I've got, folks. Thanks for taking time to listen to my thoughts about the upcoming series, Kandi and the Gang. Please stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.